shit. Yo, I don't got that much light up in this bitch, man. It's dark as a motherfucker. We talking about BMF. We talking about Rick Ross, and we talk about the legend 50 Cent, man. All right. We want to know who won the battle. Who Pimpy Curtis. He had that motherfucking pimp thing going on. 50 a clown, man. 50 a clown. But everybody, subscribe to the channel, Legend of All About the Kicks. Put a like on the button, my nigga, and keep it moving. You feel me? Let's get this shit up to fucking 10, 15, 20 likes if we could, man. 30 likes would be nice. 50 likes would be great. If you feel what I'm feeling, if you like what I'm putting down, man, put some likes on this bitch, man. But Rick Ross came out the game, man. Rick Ross came out in 2005, 2006. I didn't know who the fuck the nigga was. Seen the nigga on the BET. Seen the nigga on fucking NTV. Can't think of the name of the show. And I was like, who the fuck is this fat nigga? Jay-Z had signed him. But I did not peeped it a long time ago, back in 2001, 2002. He was on Trick Daddy albums. And he was on Trina, All About the Benjamins soundtrack song. That was Rick Ross when Rick Ross had no beard. He just had a fucking flat chin. And I think he had a Laker jersey on. Can't remember the video. The song was straight. Did okay. But Rick Ross been around for a minute. It just took for him a while to get in the game. Like he been with, you know, them niggas for a minute. So, he got a chance, you know what I mean, slip and slide. He signed with them. He signed with somebody else. I can't think of the name of them. He signed with them. And then he signed with Def Jam. So Rick Ross, I was like, damn, when he came up with that first album, Port of Miami, in 2006, my nigga, niggas was going crazy. That's something you heard that whole summer, was that Rick Ross song. That's the only thing you heard was that Rick Ross album. That shit was fire. Fire. Then he came up with Triller. Triller was another dope-ass album. After that Triller album, I think I could say that he kind of like, niggas wasn't really feeling, I'm going to say niggas wasn't feeling him no more. He came up with Deeper Than Rap. I thought it was a good album. I'm not saying it was better than the first two albums, but it was a good album. Niggas wasn't really talking about Rick Ross no more. I mean, he only sold, the album just barely went gold. It went gold, but it took like at least 10 years to go gold. At least 10 years. But niggas wasn't really feeling him until 50 started fucking clowning him and doing all kinds of shit. And then that's when we found out that he was a CO and shit. So that's what I think his sales kind of went down a little bit more lower too, because niggas is like, yo, first you still Rick Ross. If you know who Rick Ross is, Freeway Ricky. He's from LA, one of the big time drug dealers back in the 80s and 90s. He couldn't read back in the day. Now he's smart as fuck. He out of jail. Been out of jail at least 7 to 8 years. The dude's a legend. He made millions and millions of dollars, and he lost millions and millions of dollars. But Rick Ross stole his name. He was trying to sue Rick Ross like 5 or 6 years ago, but he didn't win the lawsuit. Now, if Freeway Ricky was a businessman in the 80s and 90s and then go to jail, he would have beat that law. He would have won that lawsuit off Rick Ross and would have made a lot of money. But he was a drug dealer, so the judge is not gonna they're not gonna give him that shit. You feel me? Like I was saying, niggas wasn't really feeling Rick Ross between 2009, that Deeper in Rap album, and then they found out he was a CO. And then 50 started coming up with the cartoon characters and all that shit. And that kind of made Rick Ross get back in his bag, because he was on like a low self-esteem thing, because the music wasn't kicking. And Def Jam was like, fuck it, we gonna just like let it go. I thought Deeper in Rap was a dope album. You know what I'm saying? But he I don't know, I just thought the album was good to me. You know what I'm saying? The album was good to me. But niggas wasn't really feeling Rick Ross like that no more. I don't know what happened. But 50 stopped, doing all them videos and fucking cartoons and all that shit. Like I said, Rick Ross got back in his bag, man. And then Rick Ross came out, one of the best albums, Teflon Don, one of the best albums of his fucking catalog. Only came up with 10, when the album came out, I was like, why the fuck you coming up with 10 singles? but the album fit 10. It could have did 12. He could have put 12 on it. But putting 10, it was like doing like a Illmatic and shit like that. The album was a classic fucking album. If you ask anybody which Rick Ross classic albums is, they gonna say Port of Miami 1, Teflon Don, niggas might say Deeper Than Rap, Only God Could Judge Me or something like that. That album was a classic. The Billionaire album was okay. Mastermind was a good album. I can't think of the other two albums it came out with, but all Rick Ross albums was dope. Only one I don't really care much about is Billionaire album. It wasn't corny, but it was okay. And Port of Miami 2, he should have got better producers. He should have put the first producers on the first album on that album. Yes, he switched it all up. I wasn't feeling it. He should have added a lot of, like, he should have got Akon back on the album. He should have got Cool and Dre back on the album. He should have fucking got the Runners back on the album. He should just put all them niggas back on the album and made this shit a classic. So for him for adding all these new producers on that album was like, he didn't, it did okay, but it wasn't. We was waiting for that album because that album got pushed back so many times, and we thought this album was gonna be like a fucking complete banger, man. But I liked it. A lot of niggas didn't like it, but it wasn't his best album. Now, I think 50 brought Rick Ross' career back at the Deeper Than Rap album because, like I said, people wasn't really feeling Rick Ross at the time. And Drake brought him back too, because he had a lot of singles with Drake back in 2010, 2011. And every single song they came out with was fucking banging. When Drake and Rick Ross do a song together, my nigga, it's going to be a classic. Them niggas work good together. Ian and Rick Ross work good with Kanye too. I know he said he ain't fucking with Kanye no more and all this, but Rick Ross make good music with Drake. I think Drake and him should come out with a fucking group album. That shit would be a classic. Because they both got bars. Drake could sing and put hooks together. It would be a dope-ass album. It'd be a classic. Like I said, Rick Ross is a legend. I mean, all the street shit, selling drugs and keys, we know he ain't do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We know he ain't do that. We know that nigga stole Freeway Ricky name. We know he was a CO. It's just, you got sometimes some rap niggas lie about shit just to get in the game, or they just got to talk about that shit. Or maybe they have their friends selling all that drugs and they was there seeing all that shit and they just using his story. But Rick Ross is a legend, man. 50's a legend. BMF is a legend. I hope they really get the movie out. I heard Rick Ross said he gonna clear the sample of the songs so they can put in the movie or the show, whatever they're gonna do. 50 and the Rick Ross battle, man. Let me know who y'all think run that shit. You think it's a tie? You think it's a draw? Let me know. Because it was a good battle. I think the music situation, Rick Ross won. If you add the movies and the TV shows, 50 won. 50 knew that 50 is a gangster, but 50 knew that he can't keep on coming up with the gangster albums. You can't keep him on because 50, no. Your first album was a fucking classic. Second album was a classic too. Third album was okay. Damn, I didn't light turn off. Fucking bitch. Hold up. Let's see. There we go. So, yeah, all them albums 50 came out with. 50 got like 3 classic albums. Curtis, Massacre, Get Rich, Die Trying. All his mixtapes is classics. But let me know who won that fucking battle. I needs to know. I need y'all comments, man. Leave the comments and let me know who you think won this battle. 50 or Rick Ross? Like I said, I think it's a draw because 50, he didn't lose nothing. Rick Ross didn't lose nothing. Rick Ross actually gained. If 50 didn't do that to him and try to diss him and do all this Curtis shit, Pimpin' Curly and all this shit, I don't know where Rick Ross' career would have been. Like I said, that's what made him come up with the BMF song, the Hanson Hammer song. All them hits on that fucking Teflon Don album. It's a classic. And if you ask anybody what's Rick Ross' favorite album, they're going to say Teflon Don, then Port of Miami, then Deeper Than Rap, then Tritter. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think, man. But subscribe to the channel, let you know about the kicks, man. These niggas are legends, man. And for y'all to be arguing about the same shit happened 12 years ago, y'all need to cut that shit out and let it go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to like each other, but you can respect each other. And 50 gave him some praise. So you gotta like Rick Ross, you need to just you got everything going on for yourself. 50 got everything going for itself. So well, yeah, let's cut this shit out. Y'all too old. Y'all in your 40s, my nigga. Cut that shit out, man. It's not even cool. You see these Chicago niggas, they ain't even make it to 40, and they shooting each other for some dumb shit. So like I said, man, y'all both winning. Keep up the good work. Black people, we just need to keep on winning. Like I said, you don't have to be cool with it. You're not gonna be friends with everybody on this earth. So you don't have to be friends, but respect each other's craft. But man, subscribe to the channel, let you know about the kicks. Put a like on it, man, and please, man, subscribe to the channel, man, and show some love, man. Peace out. One love. Deuces.